3 days of total darkness were the 9th plague to strike Egypt according to the Bible. Yet, a strange fog that covered areas of Asia, the Middle East, and Europe in 536 AD, caused a large portion of the earth to go completely black for 18 months. The sun was blacked out by the fog during the day, which led to a reduction in temperature, failed harvests, and death. It may be said that it was a literal dark age. Researchers have now identified one of the principal causes of the fog as being a volcanic explosion in Iceland in the early year of 536 AD. According to a team of researchers, the eruption helped transport ash throughout the northern hemisphere, resulting in the fog. This eruption was significant enough to change global climate patterns, resulting in years of hunger, just as the Mount Tambora eruption in 1815, which is the deadliest volcanic explosion on record. What did this 18 months of darkness look like? According to Byzantine historian Procopius, the sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon, during this whole year. He also wrote that men were free neither from war nor pestilence nor any other thing leading to death. According to Michael McCormick, a history professor at Harvard University and co-author of the Antiquity Study, accounts like this weren't taken seriously until the 1990s. Researchers in Ireland looked at tree rings throughout that decade and discovered that something strange did occur about 536. Asia and Europe saw 35 degrees to 37 degrees Fahrenheit cooler summers, and China even experienced summer snow. The sun was obscured by volcanic ash, causing what is known as the Late Antique Little Ice Age. According to McCormick, it was a pretty drastic change. It happened overnight. McCormick continued saying, the ancient witnesses really were onto something. They were not being hysterical or imagining the end of the world. The impacts of the 536 eruption were exacerbated by the eruptions of 540 and 547, and it took a long time for the northern hemisphere to recover. According to McCormick, the late antique Little Ice Age that began in the spring of 536 lasted in Western Europe until about 660, and it lasted until about 680 in Central Asia. It was the beginning of one of the worst periods to be alive, if not the worst year, McCormick states. Economic stagnation in Europe was brought on by this time of famine and cold, which got worse in 541 when the first outbreak of the bubonic plague occurred. Throughout the Byzantine Empire, also known as the Eastern Roman Empire, the plague killed between 1/3 and 50% of the population. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you learned something new, and as always, remember to keep searching for history's mysteries.